You're listening to this week's episode of the Vacation Rental Business in Today's World podcast. You're about to start transforming your business and life with the information found here. We interview some of the greatest and most influential minds in the vacation short-term rental industry and supporting businesses. The information found here is a combination of brain science, transformational thinking, safety and loss prevention, and vacation short-term rental knowledge and experiences, all rolled into one to help you and your business to achieve levels you never thought possible. I am glad you are here, and now please welcome your host, Eric Thibodeau.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to today's podcast of the Safer VRs podcast, where we're talking about vacation rental business in today's world. And today is February 22nd of 2022, so 2/2/22. So all the twos line up today on this great day, and I wanted to welcome you to the podcast and talk a little bit about competition. I've definitely heard in the last few weeks, listen to different podcasts where the word competition is used quite a bit. Of course, we have the Olympics going on, so competition is all around us, it feels like. And competition is something I wanted to just cover with you today from my perspective. I don't look at competition or competitors in my business. When I created my business of Safer VRs or my property management company or any of the real estate businesses that I'm working in, I didn't really look at what my competitors were doing. I looked at what I was doing, what I was creating, what I wanted to form, and I built my business along that route. Now, certainly along the way, I looked at, hey, how can different businesses who support me with technology or accounting services or legal services, all those are supporting my business. But then when it came down to competition, I recognize that there's other people doing the same thing that I'm doing, same businesses that I'm in. However, I never really let that bother me or deter me in what I was doing. And so I wanted to focus on that, and that looking at competition doesn't really create a lot of value for our business. So I look at competition, when I look at the definition, it says it's act or process of trying to get or win something others are trying to get as well. It could be a contest in which all who take part strive for something. You've probably heard me say before that the words we say are powerful, and there's two words in there that or have different opposite meanings. So the first one is it's the act or process of trying. And so really the word try or trying is a useless word, in my opinion. Everybody can try to do something and achieve nothing. And then those who try sometimes achieve what they want. However, it's only when we consider in our mind that I'm actually achieving what I'm trying to do, what I'm working to do. See, the word trying shows up everywhere. Is those who achieve. So it'd be good to consider, first of all, trying it's not a powerful word. It's a weak word that doesn't help you in your business or in your life. So the other word was get. It says act or process of trying to get. Now, get is a powerful word, and we often use it with have. Like, I have to go to work, as opposed to I get to go to work. So you see the power in the second one versus the first one. The first one, I have to do something. I'm reacting to a situation. Whereas when I get, I'm choosing. So I'm choosing to win. I'm choosing to go to work. I'm choosing to see this person. It's much more powerful, and your mind accepts it much more in an open way than when you're saying, I have to do something. So trying is something we need to remove or consider removing from our vocabulary. And let's work on getting rather than having so that we're actively choosing. So competition is something that may be out there. And when I look at it, we're going to talk some more about how we compete because we do compete. And I believe in competing with myself rather than others in to get certain things. And it reminds me about in safety, a long time ago back, I can't remember one of the Olympics we did a safety Olympics competition. And I learned that in safety, there's an opportunity for all to win, right? And when you're considering, well, there has to be a winner, right? Who said there has to be a winner, right? These are rules and things that we've set up in our world or lives or our environment is created for us. And that when you consider safety, if everybody has a season with no injuries to our guests or ourselves, why isn't that a win for everybody? Why do I have to say, well, I worked, 5 more days more in my season, so I'm the winner, or I worked whatever we want to say. So in safety and loss prevention, everyone can be a winner. And we did these safety Olympics where all the different divisions at the location I was at create a competition. And what we decided to do was to say, you're competing against yourself. You're not necessarily competing against the other divisions. However, it got to be where they compete against other divisions. However, along the way, we set up some general rules and guidelines, and people became innovative. They created different ways to complete the various safety Olympic challenges that were there and far exceeded some of the expectations that we had as a leadership team in how things could be done. In the end, everybody won, right? Everybody won in the fact that we said, okay, they became stronger as teams. They worked together. They enjoyed what they were doing. They innovated and they created and they won. So I believe that in safety and loss prevention and in our business, this is how we can work. We can all win because what we're really doing is competing against ourselves. Because when you look at the word competition, things come up like opposition, rivalry, contention, vying, contesting. And those words, if they're put and projected on a competitor in our market, that energy is going to the wrong location. If I'm talking to my team and saying, we are vying to get more business and here's how we're going to do it. And we talk about a team approach and we look at how we're going to accomplish it rather than saying, our competitor X down the street is getting more business, right? When we set up our business, we didn't look at the competition, right? And I'm not saying you couldn't look at the competition. However, what drives you in your business is what you choose, right? What do you get to work on? This is what's important. You could not change one inkling of what your competitor is doing. However, you can change in your business all day, every day, anything that you want to create. This is the power of understanding and knowing that you choose your business direction and that competition is within you, yourself, and your team, and not necessarily with others external to you. So when you're doing this competition, you have a narrative. When you built your business, when you inherited your business, whatever, there was a narrative of your story. And then this story and narrative is important, as well as the anti-narrative. And this could be what are those values that my business stands for? What are the things that we're not going to do? It's pretty clear what those are in your business. At least I hope they are. In our business, it's being profitable, safe, and dedicated to our team, right? Once again, all these are ways of being, not ways of doing, which you've heard me speak for before, because being comes from the inside. But this is part of your narrative. It's part of your identity of your business and who you are. Narrative is tailored around the experience and story you create and is meaningful to your guest and your business. So this story is important, and it's what you're doing to create for yourself. And it's now looking at how I can improve this narrative. How can I improve what I'm doing? First, I'm being, then I'm doing, and then working around that. So all of this is not about what your competitor down the street is doing or some larger property management company or your neighbor or your competitor in the service business. This is about what your narrative and your story is. So compete on services and innovation. You compete and challenge yourself along the way. You challenge yourself in your business. This is where competition, if there is such a thing, and it's really just about improving, is really, really important. So what you want to do, or at least consider, is never compete on prices. When you get a price, or consider it, or be good to consider it as an investment for a property. So if you're a property manager, you're a business owner, you set a price. And I like to consider it as an investment, right? Because an investment is really a price I pay to receive some immediate future benefit. Just like I invest maybe in the stock market, I'm expecting to get some immediate benefit tomorrow or some future benefit there. So why isn't what the value that we create in our investment, in the cost of our services for our owners and our guests, be considered the same way? So competing on prices is not the direction we want to go, right? So you're providing services. There is a value to this investment and service. Here's the really key part when you are looking at this. You must value the value you create. I'll say that again. You must value the value you create. Think and consider this. If you believe the price of your services is X, then do not lower your value, right? When you set up your business, you had this belief, this understanding. And I know we adapt these as we go along. However, your narrative, your story, what you're delivering, it's baked into this investment, this price. And this is what you're providing when you say, I'm renting this property at this price. I'm providing this service to my guest at this price. I'm delivering this value to my owner at this investment. So don't lower your value, right? Compete against yourself to improve the services and innovation, which will increase your value. This is improving your revenue. So, what we're talking about now is I understand the value I create because I value the value that I have. And then I compete against myself, not against somebody else, not against my competitor, not against a neighbor, not against anybody. I compete against myself and my team. And I continually look to say, how can I improve the services and the experiences for my guests through innovation, delivery, technology? This will improve your value. And when you improve your value, revenue will increase. So you don't have to worry about raising the price or investment that you're charging. If you compete against yourself and value your value and deliver in a committed and strong way, your revenue your business will grow. See, money is an effect, not the cause. Many people get this really confused in their business and then more in their life, right? Money is an effect, not a cause. You're competing with yourself, and improving services is the cause. So as you improve your business and looking at yourself, and it's really important along this way to take and celebrate wins, right? We as humans don't often think about the wins that we create. We often talk about the negative things that went by. And here's a really interesting thing: our brain loves to celebrate wins. Now, our brain doesn't know the difference between winning or losing, if you will, or negative or positive. It's what we tell it is. However, when it finds something negative, it takes 8 to 9 more times to get it out of our thinking about it. So always celebrate wins as you are increasing your revenue, as you are achieving milestones, because this is really the cause, right? Money is the effect. You're competing against yourself and growing your business is the cause that produces the effect, not raising your prices, right? Not increasing the investment. And at times we know as we go through business, particularly in times right now, maybe that cost of goods and things that we purchase are increasing, so we have to increase those. However, along the way, if you are working on the cause, so you have a narrative, you've chosen an investment, you're working your business, right? You have valued your value that you're creating, you're focusing and competing against yourself, which is increasing the value of your business, which is the cause that creates the effect of increased revenue. So this competing with yourself is improving services is the cause of the increased revenue. And basically, it increases the effect of money. So many people don't understand this, and I think it's really important as we look and tie everything up here that we compete with ourselves. We don't worry about what our competitions are doing. We have a narrative and story in our business that we've created. We look and I mentioned safety is in there as well. We create revenue in our business. We create safe businesses. Once again, creation is that powerful word, right? We get to create everything that we want in life. All of these things we value. We compete against ourselves to increase our value. This is our cause, which then causes an effect of money. So I hope this was helpful for you today as we, on 2/22/2022, look at why is competition not really that important? Our external competition, but it's really the internal competition, looking at ourselves and how we think and how we drive and motivate our teams. So I hope this was helpful and hope you enjoyed today's podcast. If you would, please give me a 5-star rating out there. Or if you have any questions, go ahead and post them in my Facebook group, Vacation Rental Safety, or go to my website, www.safervrs.com, and I'd love to hear from you. Have a great day and go out and create the value that you deserve. And when you do value your value, take care. Bye-bye.
Thank you for listening to Safer VR's podcast with Eric Thibodeau. If you enjoy this, I would love you to join my Facebook group, The Safer Vacation Rentals, for more of the same. You can also join our email list at www.safervrs.com.